Have you ever wondered what it's like to receive cash, abundance, and wealth simply by asking for it? Have you ever thought about asking for love, success, and prosperity and getting it all without so much as lifting a finger? I'm talking about being able to attract every single thing that your heart could possibly desire, and having all the wealth that you could ever need without having to work hard for it and without having to know the right people. If you're somebody that has dreamt about being rich and successful, but you've not yet been able to realize that dream, then today is the day that could change all of that forever. By the end of the short presentation, you will know exactly what has been missing in your life to allow you to realize your dreams. And you will find out exactly how to be given absolutely anything that you wish for. I know the road that led to here was not easy. The universe works in mysterious ways and tests each of us differently. I sense that you've suffered. You've endured many great trials, overcome vast obstacles, and shown resilience in the face of adversity. And for your courage and celestial strength, you will be justly rewarded. In a mere moment, I will be sharing with you the precious secret that could change your life forever. A discovery that will feel like divine enlightenment and like reaching nirvana. In the blink of an all-seeing eye, you can have the ability to manifest anything your heart desires. Realize good health and boundless energy, manifest enviable career success, or tap into your entrepreneurial genius. Enjoy body confidence and a perfect physique. Reignite the spark in your marriage, or attract the romantic partner of your dreams. Make precious moments with kindred spirits, and most importantly, from today, behold the power to manifest limitless wealth into your life. Now, I understand you might be a little skeptical. After all, it sounds a little too good to be true. But by the end of this short video, you'll understand not only why all of the wealth attraction methods you've tried so far have failed you, but also that the secret to attracting incredible wealth lies in the luckiest number of them all, number 7. In fact, it is the lucky number 7 that has the power to change your life forever, and has done so not only for me, but for thousands of others who now live incredible lives full of wealth, abundance, and happiness. But before I explain, please do allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dennis Crawford, and until 2 years ago, my life was somewhat mundane. I suppose when I look back, I was one of those guys that always seemed to be living out Groundhog Day. I had a pretty average childhood, didn't dislike school, but nor did I thrive there. I was an average Joe with average grades, and it continued that way all the way through high school. I had no interest in moving on to college and found myself an easy office job, which involved me staring at a computer screen all day putting in data. It was a comfortable job, but extremely repetitive and boring. And that was the way life was for a number of years. The same job, the same routine, the same life. My only real happiness was my relationship with my girlfriend, Cynthia. We'd been introduced to each other by mutual friends and just hit it off. After a while, we moved in together, and even though I wasn't particularly happy in my career, I did at least have a great girl to come home to every evening. I mean, honestly, I envisioned spending my life with Cynthia, so much so that I'd started to make preparations with a view to asking her to become my wife. But sadly, Cynthia had other ideas. It was a Friday night when I arrived home after yet another boring day at work. As soon as I saw my girlfriend, I could sense that something was wrong. At first, she denied it. But at dinner, she uttered those dreaded 4 words. We need to talk. What she said next was like a dagger into my heart. She told me that she was tired. Tired of our small town, tired of our monotonous lives, tired of me. Of course, I tried to reassure her and tell her that everything was okay, but her mind was made up. Her best friend had recently moved to Costa Rica, and she decided to move over with her and start a new life there. She made all sorts of plans, and none of those plans included me. I was devastated. Cynthia was the only happiness in my life. And the next day, she was gone forever. Things then began to spiral out of control rapidly, and it wasn't too long before I was hit with a second huge blow. Just a few weeks later, I was called into my boss's office. Again, the moment I looked at my boss's face, I could tell something was wrong. He told me that he'd been given orders to downsize the office, and that regretfully, I was one of the many employees that was going to be laid off. From here, things started to get worse and worse. Despite the small severance package I received, there was no way I'd be able to keep my apartment on now that Cynthia's income was gone. So I moved out and into a small house in the shadiest neighborhood in the area. I couldn't believe it. Over the course of just a few weeks, my whole world had fallen apart. I laid back on the tired old mattress and cried. I felt that my entire life had been worthless. I'd achieved nothing. A loser that nobody wanted. I hadn't had the drive to study harder, to get a good job, or to be the kind of partner that Cynthia would have been proud of. I was at my lowest ebb. I needed to change fast. A little later, I sat on the edge of my bed eating the dirt-cheap burger and fries I'd bought from the fast food joint across the road. I watched startled as a rat darted across the bedroom floor, and in that moment I felt an otherworldly sensation wash over me. An electricity charged through my entire body to my very fingertips, and I saw the flash of divine light. The rat was a sign that I'd hit rock bottom. And from here, things couldn't get any worse. They could surely only get better. Seconds later, my phone rang. It was my sister Tina. She just heard from our extremely loving parents what a rough time I was going through. Tina was the successful sibling of the family. She'd always been top of her class at school, got a great job, married extremely successful British businessmen, and started a family in London. Yet despite our contrasting lives, we'd always been extremely close, and despite her being younger than me, I'd always looked up to her. It was no exaggeration to say that the phone call with Tina would change my life forever. "Listen," Tina said. "You know how many times I've told you that we'd fly you out to London for a holiday, but you've always been too proud to say yes. Well, now it's not a suggestion. It's an order. Your flight is booked in 3 days. No excuses. Pack your bags and we'll see you at the airport. A holiday will do you good." So off I went, because Tina was right. I really did have no excuse to stop me. No job, no girlfriend. What was there to lose? Plus, I'd always wanted to see London, and I'd missed my sister and her kids enormously. True to her word, Tina was there to greet me off the plane when I landed at Heathrow. My niece, nephew, brother-in-law were all there too. But while I was thrilled to see them there at the arrival gate, I have to admit a sense of sadness washed over me. This was the kind of family that I'd always hoped to have myself, and in that moment it all seemed so out of reach. At the same time, it was incredible to be reunited, and I could feel the warmth in the hugs that my sister and all of her family gave me. Later that evening, after a sumptuous home-cooked British meal of roast beef and Yorkshire pudding, the best thing I'd eaten in weeks, after the kids had gone to bed, I sat with my sister and her husband, Richard, and I explained in agonizing detail everything that had been going on. We talked for hours and finished 3 bottles of extremely expensive wine. Then Richard offered a bizarre suggestion. Now, like I said, Richard was a super successful guy, but unlike many rich guys, he had not a shred of arrogance about him. Despite his wealth, he was always kind, warm, and caring. The kind of guy that's impossible not to like. Richard explained to me that despite his success, he had always enjoyed the benefits of hypnosis and for years had been having regular sessions with one of the UK's leading hypnotists. He'd always gone to the sessions for therapeutic reasons and explained that they had always really helped his inner being and his sense of happiness. But something had happened roughly a year ago that had made the sessions he'd been having even more worthwhile. What he told me next shocked me to my very core. He explained to me that this hypnotist was a man based in the center of London named Aaron Surtees. He showed me Aaron's website and I was amazed. Aaron had appeared on multiple television channels such as the BBC and in numerous magazines such as Business Insider and Cosmopolitan, and through the medium of hypnosis had successfully helped treat people for a range of things, such as weight loss, gambling addiction, and to quit smoking. But Richard explained that Aaron had managed to take hypnosis to another level. For years, Aaron had been on a mission to help people by switching on the wealth magnet within the brain. It's this wealth magnet that is responsible for our ability to attract wealth and abundance into our lives. And yet for 99.99% of the world's population, that magnet has not yet been activated. Aaron had explained to Richard that the default position of the human mind is to vibrate at an average or below average frequency, thus preventing wealth and abundance from flowing to us. And while the idea of frequency and vibration is nothing new, What is extraordinary is that Aaron is only one of maybe 4 or 5 people in the world with the spiritual ability to reprogram a person's mind in order to activate the wealth magnet within it. Hypnosis actually has the power to change electrochemical activity in the brain, moving brain activity away from the default mode network and towards the prefrontal lobes. And when a highly skilled spiritual leader such as Aaron induces a seeker into a state of hypnosis, the healer can reprogram the seeker's mind, allowing the wealth magnet within it to be finally switched on, to enable him or her not only to replace all of the negativity within that person with confidence, motivation, positivity, and high self-esteem, but also give them the ability to freely receive incredible monetary wealth. Aaron had explained to Richard that he naturally vibrated at a frequency far higher than that of the average person. This had enabled him to attract success, love, happiness, and prosperity. But Aaron excitedly explained to Richard that he had recently stumbled upon a secret that was allowing ordinary people, often those who naturally vibrated at below average frequencies, to experience extraordinary, almost instant wealth. And the key to Aaron's amazing breakthrough lay solely in the lucky number 7. It was long established that the number 7 is a highly spiritual number that's associated with good luck, positive energy, and abundance. In fact, in many cultures, 7 is often used in rituals and spells to attract good fortune. 7 is also a powerful symbol of protection, and it is believed to ward off evil spirits. In numerology, 7 is seen as a very positive number because it represents all that is good: mind, body, and spirit. It signifies balance, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. In the Bible, the number 7 is used to represent perfection and completeness. The number 7 is also used to represent the 7 days of creation. Aaron came to realize that the number 7 is also crucial to a healer's ability to activate a person's wealth magnet. Focusing on the 7 chakras in the human body responsible for our physical and spiritual health, Aaron refines his wealth activation methods and started to see some staggering results. Suddenly, clients were experiencing amazing monetary fortune and success. Lottery wins, huge job promotions, incredible gifts of money. All of these things were happening on an incredible regular basis. Aaron realized that by focusing on the lucky number 7, he was able to instantly activate the wealth magnet within a person's mind, no matter what frequency they were naturally vibrating at. This was a huge game changer, and Aaron could not help but tell Richard about the incredible breakthrough in wealth hypnosis that he had made. Now, Richard is a shrewd guy. He's not one to look a gift horse in the mouth. He agreed to let Aaron perform his 7-minute wealth magnet hypnosis on him, and the results were astounding. Suddenly, Richard's company's profits soared almost overnight. Huge advertisers started to approach him about multi-million-dollar deals. Even for Richard, this was money the likes of which he had never seen before. And ever since that 7-minute hypnosis session with Aaron, Richard's fortune has soared. So this is what Tina and Richard were suggesting. Why didn't I give it a try? Now, I have to be honest, I was somewhat skeptical, but after a moment of consideration, I figured, what have I got to lose? And so after a much-needed night's sleep, the very next morning, off we went to Aaron's plush offices in central London for a session that, unbeknown to me at the time, would be responsible for changing my life. As we made our way there, I was overcome with a feeling that meaningful change was about to occur. A burst of energy fizzed through every atom in my body, and then I had arrived. Aaron greeted me warmly, and after a customary exchange of pleasantries, I was on his couch, and we were ready to begin. Aaron's words came softly as though from an enlightened being. A serenity washed over me as I sank deeper into his words. And in the 7 minutes that followed, Aaron was able to reprogram my unconscious mind, focusing on the 7 chakras within me to rid my brain of negativity and gradually raise my vibration to a level at which he could activate the wealth magnet within my mind. Aaron's voice was calm and soothing as he spoke to me. I was in a state of relaxed, concentrated awareness. As he spoke, I could feel a heavy weight lifting from my shoulders, negativity leaving my mind, and positive energy flooding into my entire body. Moments later, as I arose from my daze, I felt lighter and brighter than I had done before, though still very much myself. When I left Aaron's office, I really wasn't sure what to expect, but it wasn't long before I began noticing the profound effects of the hypnosis. As it was a school holiday that day, Tina decided that we'd spend the rest of the day on a family day out sightseeing. I took in the sights of the Thames and the House of Parliament and Big Ben, and with a new spring in my step. Life was already getting better. I could feel it in my bones. After we had walked for what must have been hours, taking in that wonderful city, we passed a convenience store. There were multiple advertisements on the window of the shop, but the one that stood out was a large red one. National lottery tickets sold here. Tina explained to me that this was the UK's lottery, which they had every Wednesday and Saturday. And although it wasn't something that Tina often took part in, my newfound enthusiasm for life was more than enough for everybody to accept my idea that we all chip in for just £1 English each to buy 5 tickets, and then share anything we might win. I mean, honestly, it was all just a bit of fun. But what happened that evening was staggering. We watched the live draw session on TV, and incredibly, one of the tickets we'd bought had 5 of the 6 drawn numbers on it, netting us a staggering £50,000, which is roughly $65,000 between us. This was incredible. Was this solely down to Aaron's 7-minute wealth magnet technique? Or was it a lucky coincidence, I wondered. The question was answered for me the moment I returned back to my dingy apartment after my fantastic holiday. On the doorstep was a letter. Bad news, I presumed. But no. In this letter, it was explained to me that the way my company had dismissed me from my job was illegal. One of my colleagues had opened a class dispute against the company, and the company had agreed to pay each of the workers it had wrongly terminated a total of $50,000 each. Suddenly, as if by magic, money was starting to flow into my life in the most unexpected of ways. In fact, only a few days later, I received a text from one of my oldest friends who now lived in San Francisco. Dennis, did you check in to your crypto account recently? If not, you should. A few of us had invested a little money during the crypto boom, mostly into random coins that I'd never heard of, recommended to us by one of those guys who was supposedly in the know. My account had gone up in value at first, but soon crashed back down, and in my mind, I'd totally written off the whole thing and hadn't logged in for months. But then when I logged in that day, wow! Suddenly, the $1,000 initial investment had somehow rocketed to $36,280, as if by magic. It turned out that one of the main investments we'd made was into a small coin that had seen its value soar. 1 month later, it shot up again and took my account balance to over $100,000. I was amazed. The crazy thing was that just 2 months after my 7-minute session with Aaron, I now had more than enough money to open my own data analysis business. Fast forward 2 years, and now I'm a self-made millionaire with an incredible new fiancé living the life of my dreams. I knew this was all down to Aaron, but I wanted to prove it. So I got back in touch with him. Actually, I'd already emailed him a bunch of times to update him with my incredible progress and to tell him how thankful I was for his intervention. But this time, I had something else in mind. Aaron had activated my mind's wealth magnet by reprogramming it through the serenity of his words. And while I realized that it would be physically impossible for him to do this in person for thousands of people, I wondered whether he might be able to make an audio recording of that incredible 7-minute wealth magnet hypnosis session so that people from around the world would be able to benefit from his unique powers. To my delight, Aaron loved the idea. He explained to me that he had already had extensive experience producing audio hypnosis programs, and that the results he'd seen had convinced him that there was a high chance that this new 7-minute wealth magnet session would be able to seriously improve the life of anybody who listened to it. And so that's what Aaron did. The very next morning, Aaron emailed me, attaching a small MP3 file containing the exact same 7-minute wealth magnet session that I had had with him. Aaron instructed me to first send this file to a few friends or family members, asking them to ensure that they were relaxed and alone in a quiet room and to listen to the track in its entirety. The first person I thought of was my best friend at work, Tony. Tony had also been laid off and was in need of a break, so I sent the audio file to him and gave him Aaron's instructions. Within weeks, Tony had been offered a management job at an incredible firm on a salary 3 times higher than his old job. I also sent the file to my younger cousin Jane, and within just a few days, she won a designer handbag worth over $10,000 on a prize draw that she'd entered through her Instagram account. The success stories kept coming. Promotions, unexpected cash, even new relationships. Erin's 7-minute wealth magnet was changing people's lives. This thing worked. I remember my own situation just 2 short years ago, and the daily struggles I faced as a man who had hit rock bottom. And I realized that something this powerful simply has to be available to everybody. I've been on the other side, and I don't wish those feelings of despair on anyone. And that's why with Erin's absolute blessing, I decided that I wanted to share my experiences and, even better, Erin's 7-minute wealth magnet track with a select group of people. Without this incredible gift, I would never have turned my life around, and I want to give others the opportunity to receive unlimited wealth and prosperity. Believe me when I tell you that there is so much money out there. You just need to know how to grab it. And with the 7-minute wealth magnet, you truly could be a magnet for as much cash and wealth as your heart desires. If you're still watching this video, then this is your opportunity, your eureka moment, because your life is about to change in a way that you could never imagine. Just imagine having more money flowing to you in the next 30 days than you know what to do with. Imagine what that could mean for you, your family, your friends. Imagine receiving absolutely everything that you could ever wish for. If you are in need of more money right now and you truly want to be rich, then the 7-minute wealth magnet is the only way to achieve this. It's the only audio track that's proven not only to activate your mind's wealth magnet effortlessly and in just 7 short minutes, but also to allow you to experience results in astonishingly quick time. You will never find an opportunity like this again. While people continue to struggle by in these difficult times, grinding themselves into the dirt, working every hour God sends, you can just relax. Pop in a set of headphones, listen for just a few minutes, and see the incredible change that this could bring to your life. You deserve to be rich. You deserve to be successful. You deserve to start receiving wealth today. I can't explain how amazing it feels to be able to manifest cash on an almost daily basis. And now you too could be one of those thousands of other people to experience this incredible transformation in their lives. Like Helena from Houston, Texas, who says, "I'd always felt that there was a way to manifest things, but nothing I tried ever worked. I tried numerology, law of attraction, you name it. Everything was a waste of time until I listened to Erin's 7-minute audio. Within a week, I'd started manifesting serious cash, and it has continued to this day. The 7-minute wealth magnet has truly changed my life, and I wouldn't hesitate to recommend it to anybody." Or Steve from North Carolina. "I was in serious financial trouble before I stumbled upon Erin's 7-minute wealth magnet. Since then, my life has changed almost instantly. Erin's ability to switch on my mind's wealth magnet has allowed me not only to manifest wealth, but to take my life into my own hands and become successful both in business and in my personal relationships. I can't thank him enough." And Rebecca from New Mexico, who wrote, "I was struggling on handouts before I discovered this. I was a little skeptical at first, but I gave it a go, and I'm sure glad I did. Since then, money has rushed into my life in a bunch of different ways. First, I won a load of cash on a scratch card, and it just kept coming from there. I'm now in an amazing relationship, and my incredible new boyfriend is showering me with money and gifts. I'm now living my dream life." So what you're thinking right now is, how can Erin activate your mind's wealth magnet so that you too can experience exactly what these people have? Well, let me tell you, it's really extremely simple. All you need to do is sit or lie down alone in a quiet room, relax, and then listen to the 7-minute audio track that I'm going to give you today. Then live your life as normal. It really is that easy. From that point onwards, your wealth magnet will be activated. You could soon see money, wealth, and abundance simply flow into your life. That's exactly what happened to me, my friends, and family, and to thousands of other people who have already experienced Erin's 7-minute wealth magnet. But I have to warn you, this webpage will not be here forever. This incredible discovery is simply too powerful, and while Erin would dearly love to help everybody attract wealth and abundance, He's always conscious of upsetting the greedy elites who wish to keep the world's wealth to themselves and have the power to make life very difficult for him. This is why we're only able to accept a limited number of people before we close this website for our own personal safety. So, if you want in on this, if you want your mind's wealth magnet to be activated in just 7 short minutes, then I urge you not to hesitate and secure your copy of the 7-Minute Wealth Magnet. Now, you're probably wondering, how much will this cost you? Of course, the true value of the 7-Minute Wealth Magnet is unquantifiable. How can anyone put a price on the ability to manifest unlimited wealth? To even come close to valuing this method, you would need to attach a price tag of tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. But luckily for you, neither myself nor Aaron are in this for money. So in order to help as many people as possible, we've made the 7-Minute Wealth Magnet as affordable as possible. In fact, all you're going to be asked to pay is a very small one-time admin fee to cover expenses, server charges, and the cost of our customer support team, who will be here to help you whenever you need it. All you have to do is click the button below this video and we can get started. As the famous Chinese proverb goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Now is the time to take action. Now is the time to transcend. But if you're at all unsure, please allow me to calm your cautious mind, because when you sign up to Aaron's 7-Minute Wealth Magnet today, your purchase will be protected by a 60-day satisfaction guarantee. So no matter what happens, your investment will be protected. But I can assure you that there is no reason whatsoever for doubt or fear, because this incredible wealth magnet activation method has worked for thousands of everyday people, and it can work for you too. Before long, when you're holding that much-needed cash in your hands, all of your worries could be a distant memory. And you'll look back on this moment and breathe a sigh of relief and thank the universe for giving you the courage to take action and sign up today. As soon as you accept this incredible opportunity, you will have instant access to this life-changing 7-minute digital audio track. No shipping, no waiting. It will be there for you as soon as you've joined. But that's not all you'll get if you place your order right now, because Aaron has agreed to throw in a few free bonus gifts when you grab your copy of the 7-Minute Wealth Magnet today. Firstly, bonus number 1, energy. In this recording, Aaron will reprogram your mind to accumulate positive energy and to generate positive energy from your external environment, such as from the air or from other positively charged, successful people. This has a value of $97. Next, bonus number 2, divinity. When you play this track, Aaron will enable you to connect to core universal energy and transcend towards your highest self. This is valued at $147. And then bonus number 3, power. With this track, you will begin to anchor personal armor to deflect all negative energy that comes your way. This one is valued at $197. So that's 3 bonuses with a combined value of $441, and they are yours for free when you order the 7-Minute Wealth Magnet today. Just click on the purchase button below the video right now. Once you've joined, you'll be able to download the 7-minute audio track to either your cell phone or computer. Then, when you're alone and feeling totally relaxed, go ahead and listen to the track and allow Aaron to activate your wealth magnet. If you do this, then I am absolutely certain that you can start seeing money appear in your life very quickly. If you cross off this page now, you may never again be given the opportunity to choose a new life full of wealth and prosperity. Aaron would love to help the world with his unique powers, but that simply isn't possible. This is why it's vital that you click the button below this video and allow Aaron to activate your wealth magnet right now. Hesitation could mean missing out on the opportunity to live the life of abundance that you've always dreamed of. When your wealth magnet has been activated, you could be able to manifest $1,000, $10,000, $50,000, or even $100,000. And over the course of months, if not years, you could even manifest $1 million or more. In a matter of minutes, with Aaron's help, you could be tuned into your highest self. And as your vibration raises, you can draw towards you only wealth, prosperity, and money. Negative energy and bad karma will be kept away by your powerful aura. So click the button below this video and place your order with 0 risk to you, as you're backed by our 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. The decision you make right now will be the most important decision you will ever make. You can choose to ignore everything you've heard in the last few minutes and continue to live life without the success you deserve. Or you could choose a different path, a path of wealth, of money, of happiness and abundance. We both know if you don't choose to take that second path and to activate your wealth magnet, then your life will stay exactly the same as it is today. And maybe you're happy with that, but honestly, you deserve so much more. I believe that you landed on this page for a reason today, and that you are ready to make this change. The universe is calling you. Click the button below to activate your wealth magnet and to manifest wealth into your life right now. And remember, this is risk-free for 60 days, so you have nothing to lose. Activate your wealth magnet now. It takes just 7 minutes.